bought it about 9 years ago. We only had one child at the time. It was just this broken down little double fronted cottage, and we thought we'd never be able to afford something like that in Sydney, and we snapped it up thinking that we'd really easily, you know, rip up the floors and paint and it'd be great. And our parents were horrified, but we did it, and it was great. We did a quick reno at the time, and always sort of thinking down the line that we would do a bigger build when we had the money and the ability. Yes. So we moved over the bridge from Rozelle, where we were living as a young couple, and we were looking for slightly bigger space for our young son. And we came to Drummoyne, and the neighbours were so friendly. You know, there were people on the doorstep as soon as we moved in. We made wonderful friendships through schools and, you know, preschools and things in the area. And whilst we initially might have thought this was a short-term place for us, it's actually become a long-term proposition because, yeah, we love the community feel here. I think probably market conditions had a bit to do with that as well. As we were living in the house and we knew that we would outgrow it as we had a couple more children after we first moved here, we started to see the prices in the area going up, and we thought we're not going to be able to buy the big 5-bedroom home that we need and stay in the area. And because we love the area and all of, you know, our social network is here, our support network, we would have done anything we could just to stay. And so that's what led us to think, well, we need to extend where we are and make this the 5-bedroom home that will suit us for the next 10-15 years. Well, we owned a little terrace in Rozelle before we moved here, and we'd done a little cosmetic renovation, which I think gave us a lot of confidence to think that we could have done a bigger build, but certainly nothing to the scale and extent that we've built here. And certainly not, we'd never seen a frame go up or, you know, the bricks and all of that kind of action. This is new for us from that perspective. It's difficult to know what's in store when you first undertake something like this. And I was kind of saying it's a little bit like having a baby where you don't actually realise how bad it's going to be until you're really in the thick of it and it's too late to back out. But I think we've done as well as we could in terms of dealing with the stress of living here during the renovation. And it was always going to be difficult at times, but I think Cape Cod have been really good and sensitive about the fact that this is still our home, even though it's like a work site, and trying to, you know, keep it as clean and tidy as they can, and being aware that there are still children living here and things need to be safe. So I think probably at the end of the day, whilst it was a difficult process at some points, it was as good as it's going to get. So. I think probably the most stressful thing, probably everyone would say, would be the dust, because it does get everywhere, and just the general disarray of not having your belongings in finite places. You know, the furniture's all over the house, there are clothes all over the place because there's no wardrobes. That stuff can be a little bit difficult to live with on a day-to-day basis. But it's, you know, this too shall pass. Things come and they go, and eventually you do get it together and it's organised and it's beautiful and it's worth it at the end. So our beautiful Ella is, she's 12 and a half, so she's a bit of an old dog, and she's probably been the one that's been thrown the most through the whole build, because it's been difficult for her seeing different people coming in and out the door all the time, and there's lots of loud noises, and she occasionally has been found in the bathtub hiding, poor little thing. But I think she's resilient. It's character building for her, and she's come out the other end. I think it's been just one big adventure for the kids. They've really enjoyed it, and they've enjoyed seeing it come to fruition at the end as well. They're really enjoying having extra space in the house and having the staircase. That's a new thing for our family, because the kids have never had a staircase in their upbringing. This is it's like Disneyland to have a staircase in your house, right? It's really exciting. Yeah, I think, yeah, we have plans to renovate again down the track. Probably in another 10 years or so, we'll definitely, if Scott, our designer from Cape Cod, hasn't retired by then, we'll have Scott back and see if we can get him to do something with the back end of our house, which is looking a little bit shabby now that it's compared to the front beautiful new extension. We always thought this house would be a stopgap house for us, and we'd probably be here 5 years and then move on. But I think now, given what we've created here, it will be the family home that we'll stay in for many years. And it will be a work in progress, and we'll eventually, you know, have it perfect. We have not used an interior designer. I have done all of the interiors myself. The artwork is pieces that we've collected over the years, things that we love and that have come with us on our journey, and we're just thrilled that they are able to find a space in our new extension as well. And it's all, you know, I decorate according to my taste, and I'm pretty happy with the way it's turned out in the end. I think it's come together beautifully, and the house is you know, the calm, beautiful place that we want to come home to.